Testing, testing, testing. All right, welcome to Sin Bin Stream tonight, or this afternoon, I guess, in MLB baseball action. We have the Baltimore Orioles at the Cleveland Guardians. Pardon me. Sorry, I forgot to adjust the camera. Let's check Twitch audio first. All right, Twitch is good. And let's check the YouTube audio right now. All right, YouTube's good too. Why is this so big? There we go. I mean, like the window on my tablet is crazy big. All right, we're ready. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in the scheduling by, whoops, sorry, hold on. We'll start at the beginning. Welcome, Chance. Chance says, I hate both these teams as a Blue Jay fan. I can't please them all. This game is on Peacock. It's available to you if you have Peacock. And I suppose if you have the MLB package or if you're in the Baltimore or Cleveland area. Kieran, hello, what's up? Jays need a win tonight. That would be nice. I'm pulling for them. First pitch will be in what? Like 3 more minutes. Never will win with 1 run. Yep. Thanks, Chance. Thanks, Kieran. No. If I was a fan of any team, it would be the Cubs. But local blackouts mean the only Cubs or Sox games, White Sox, I should say, games would be if they're on Fox on Saturday night. Last year, I did the Padres and Cubs 3-game series after because they were on local ABC. Sorry, it's a little warm today. I don't think I need this. Sorry, the shirt's going to be a little bright. Should have probably grabbed. Maybe I'll grab a shirt during a half inning. Gracie, hello. What's up? How's it going? Yes, tomorrow we'll start with hockey. Wait, the Sabres game? Yes, 7:30 Eastern. Yeah, I mean, not really. I stopped following baseball in 2010. The Cubs were bad that year. I held on to baseball longer than I did, NBA and college basketball, though. And then after a while, it just was done. All right, looks like the Guardians are wearing like City Connect uniforms. I might make them white. I think I'll flip the Orioles colors. Might look better. Yep, everything's out. Games 1 through 4. I'm doing my best to cover everything. We'll take a look during commercials. Tomorrow I'll try to do the triple header. Unfortunately, Sunday, it means I can't do Montreal. The biggest disappointment is they're putting Montreal and Buffalo at the same time. We'll focus on Buffalo. We'll focus, I think, on the Ducks, Oilers, and we'll focus on the Kings, of course. But yeah, let me flip these colors real quick. I should have adjusted more for baseball. I did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's make the Guardians white. I think we'll flip the Orioles around since they're wearing gray unis. I'm not going to be able to replicate gray, I don't think, ever. I tried for the Diamondbacks last week. Okay, I think that's easier to read than what I had. Yep. Yeah, 4:45. So there's overlap. That means there's less than 2 hours apart. I can't really do. If I started that game at 4:45, I'd have to switch to the Sabres game in the middle, you know. They're taking a commercial break? Seriously? We're past first pitch time. No, they're not. All right, Tanner Beebe, Bibee is the pitcher. We're about set to start. All right, he's 0-2, 6.38 ERA, 18 and a third innings pitched, 6 walks, 18 strikeouts, 316 opponent batting average. All right, yeah, the Orioles in their road grays. It says Baltimore in orange. And they do have this hat, the orange bill, at least the helmet, orange helmet, black helmet, orange brim. I suppose I should have got rid of the STP in the back. Yes, the Lightning had a scheduling conflict on Saturday, some concert. I don't know how you schedule a concert when the Lightning, are probably going to make the playoffs, but I guess hockey is second fiddle to everybody, to the needs of the building. All right, I think we're about set to start. Nate Tomlinson is the home plate umpire. Mark Wagner, the crew chief, at first. Bruce Dreckman at second. Carlos Torres at third. Yeah, I'll go change my shirt so it's not so bright. All right. First pitch of the game, righty against lefty. Centered or single into the left. No, it's a line drive. Caught for out number 1. What a play. On a diving catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the first. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I've got HBO Max. Yeah, ESPN does a slightly better job than HBO or TNT Sports. Strike taken, a sinker, 95 to the next hitter, Ward. That was Henderson, the shortstop, who lined out for the first batter. Righty versus righty. Ward hitting 303. Ooh, caught the inside edge of the plate for strike 2. Yeah, and I'm just wearing the Guardians hat because I thought the orange of the Orioles would show up a little better. Maybe I'll change the sign too. All right, here's the pitch. Way outside, almost in the dirt. The cutter missed, 84. 1-2 the count. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. All right, pitch clock at 3, 2. Windup started, popped up a curveball actually into the outfield, left center. Center fielder under it for out number 2. The Guardians are wearing, I guess, City Connect. It says CLE in white with a little bit of red on their blue jerseys. The pants are white. They've got like a tricolor hat. It's got a white crown. We'll see he's got pink laces on his New Balance cleats. The pitcher, Bibby or Bibby. Oh, sorry, it's probably Bibby. What am I saying? Way outside, sweeper misses. Ball 1 to the third hitter, Alonso. I've forgotten my baseball terms. Is the cleanup hitter third or fourth? I don't know why I'm blanking on this. Here's the 1-0. Down low, taking a four-seam fastball strike, 95 miles per hour. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I have ESPN Unlimited, and that's what you need. You can't even get select anymore to get the games. Down low on a sinker, 2-1, because I knew that for the WNBA playoffs last year. I was like, oh, I can't even get their cheaper thing because you don't get the actual network with ESPN Select. You have to have unlimited, which is more expensive. 2-1 pitch, fouled it off. Third base foul territory. 2-2. Hitter is Alonso. Oh, is this Pete Alonso? Oh yeah, wasn't he a Met last year, or the Mets trying to get him? I recognize that name. I did a White Sox Mets game last year, or series last year. All right, here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. Base is empty for the Orioles in the top of the first. Upstairs, full count. Wait, did I accidentally? No, they did that. Okay. All right, again, we're behind a pitch or two compared to what you're seeing. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch. Roped into left field for a single. First hit of the game. Runner at first with 2 down for the Orioles in the top of the first. Sorry, I got to update my scoreboards real quick. No, they didn't get a run, you doofus. They got a hit. All right, Bibby is set. Here's the windup. Outside on a 4-seam, 94. Ball 1. That is to Beavers, the DH. Yeah, they got a white crown, a red C, but with a blue border, obviously, since it's white. It looks like, I'm trying to see the hat. Swung on and missed on a changeup, 80, strike 1. Yeah, I assume it's Bibby, and yeah, Alonso was on the Met. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew that name from somewhere. All right, righty against lefty. Bibby set, delivers. Low, changeup, ball 2. 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner at first on a single. The DH hitting 233, a 1 home run. Again, Beavers, the designated hitter. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Curveball misses. 3-1. Yeah, so there looks like, yeah, I think the brim is red, and then the rest of the hat is blue like this. I have a hat for every team, so like I said, if I was going to root for a team, it'd be the Cubs. Fouled off a 4-seam. Full count. 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, runner at first. 1 hit so far for the Baltimore Orioles. Here's the payoff pitch. Bibby is set. Wind up. Popped or fouled it out of play. Change up, 82. We'll do it again. Yeah, we might get some thunderstorms tonight again. The weather's been terrible. We had a nice walk today because it wasn't raining. Here's the pitch. Grounded. First base foul territory. It's a foul territory. We'll do it again. Full count. I do have the old Indians hat too. All blue. Wait, how do I highlight this? Sent floating heart for 10 joules. I don't know what that means. Thanks, Chance, though. Full count pitch. Low and inside. Ball 4. He walked him. So 2 outs. 2 on. Runner in scoring position here in the top of the first. You know what? I think I can shrink this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Let me pull this down so I can see. All right, Basalo, the catcher, righty versus lefty. Bibby checks the runner. Throws, swung on and missed on a cutter just inside 84. Strike one. He's ahead in this count after the last walk where he was down 3-0, I think. Hang on. I think, am I too far over? Yeah, we need to be over a little bit, I think. Trying to get the baseball in view. There we go. Popped it up. Foul territory. Third base line near the dugout and into the dugout. No play. 0-2 the count now. All right, what are we showing? I guess they've popped this guy up before. I don't know. We're showing a bunch of replays, maybe from yesterday. I don't know. All right, 0-2 count. Basalo hitting 157, hitting fifth. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Changeup 82 in the bottom part of the zone. They leave two. They picked up a hit. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Sorry, I accidentally gave them a run. And then it corrected. All right, we'll check out one final to pass along for you today. At Wrigley, they play 1:20 on Friday. Cubs 12, Mets 4. I believe the Mets have lost a bunch in a row now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row since they took the first game against the Diamondbacks. Then they lost that series, got swept in 3 by the A's, swept in 3 by the Dodgers, and apparently they've already lost the first 2 games Thursday, just Friday. It's a 3-game set, Saturday, Sunday. So the Mets are struggling, although they are still 7-13, but Cubs are 10-9, so nothing. This is the only game going on. 5:40 Braves Phillies, also Rays Pirates 5:45 Giants Nats, then the rest after 6. Yeah, let me yeah, I know. What a quick season, you know? Oh shoot, I was going to get a different shirt. I may have to wait. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't know what that does because I'm not sure either. All right, we're back from break. I'll take a quick break after this. All right, Kwan, DeLauder, and Ramirez are up. Then Manzardo, Hoskins, Schneeman, Martinez, Bo Naylor, and Brito. First pitch taken, sinker 90, strike 1. I think I forgot to say bottom of the first. Gosh darn it. I'm a little rusty here. Sorry about that. 1-1 the count, so ball 1. Kwan, 253 average, a home run, and 7 RBI in 19 games. Righty against lefty. Bassett delivers. Fouled off, left side. And we got a little stadium noise as the announcer said nothing. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, a cutter upstairs. Still 1-2. That was interesting. Lots of games tonight. Yeah. Yeah, 9 straight. So they were what, 7-4 then? 0-2 record for Chris Bassett. 9.00 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts, 388 opponent batting average. Here's the pitch. A bit outside on a curveball. Evens the count. 2-2. All right, righty against lefty. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Roped one out of play on a 70-mile-per-hour curveball inside. Still 2-2. All right. Yeah, for Sydney Connect jerseys, these are pretty tame, I would think. Here's the delivery. Popped it into center and caught by the center fielder for out number 1. That will bring up DeLauder, the right fielder. Sinker, curveball, cutter, four-seam, sweeper, changeup. He has 6 pitches. All right. Outside on a sinker, ball 1. Bloopers or duck snorts. I thought only Hawk Harrelson called them duck snorts. White Sox announcer, retired. All right, righty against lefty. Here's the pitch. Another one outside. Sinker misses. 2-0, the count. Derek, what's up? Thanks for being here. Hello. Yeah, I know. And the older you get, the faster time flies, too. That's the scary thing. Fouled off into the left field or third base line. Strike 1. You never truly understand what, like, youth is wasted on the young means, you know, till you get older. Inside, cutter missed. 3-1 to DeLauder, D-E-L-A-U-T-E-R. You know, capital D, lowercase e, uppercase L. All right, walked him outside. It almost said the Indians. Sorry, the Guardians have a runner at first, 1 out. Almost said the Tribe, actually. Oh, he used to be a Blue Jay? Yeah, this is Bassett on the bump for the Orioles. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I know. I was tuning in today because here's the pitch, outside sinker. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong thing. 1-0. The hitter is Jose Ramirez. Pure Adrenaline Sports, or PAS Network, covers the Mets, and he had enough. Changeup, way outside and high. I mean, I didn't know they were doing that bad. I hadn't really tuned into too many Mets games yet. All right. Righty against lefty. Runner at first. 1 out. 2-0 pitch. Swung on him. Oh, sorry. 2-0. All right, now it's 2-1. I guess I botched the count. Swung on a miss. Strike 1. Sorry about that. All right, checks the runner at first. Bassett is set in the windup. Pitch way outside. 3-1. The count. Bassett a little wild here in the first. All right, here it is. Upstairs, missed. They appealed to third. He checked his swing. Ball 4. I think, is that 2 walks already then? And they got 2 out and 1 on. Yeah, 2 walks for Bassett here in the bottom of the first. No score. Manzardo is the DH. Looping curveball. Got the top of the zone. Strike one called. They're taken. Manzardo, 189 average, 1 homer, 3 RBI. Boy, I thought it was just the White Sox last year that had so many people hitting below 100. Or but 200, sorry. Did he check his swing? Did they? Nope, just a curveball miss low, 1-1. Right. Yeah, it's always the payroll. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Dr. Delay. Thought you had a game. Oh no, you probably have UFL tonight. Inside, cut or miss, 2-1. But pure adrenaline sports has had enough. But I think he normally is trying to like settle the chat. But yeah, I know that no pennants, no divisions or wild cards are won in the month of April or May. Swung on and missed, sinker. Evens the count, 2-2. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Manzardo at the plate. First hitter lined out to center. Next two walked. Upstairs, full count with 1 out and 2 on. Sorry, we're going to get spoiler alerts from the MLB page. Checks the runner, DeLauder at second. Bassett delivers. In play to left field. 1 hopper to the left fielder. They sent the runner home, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Guardians here at home. A hit by the DH. So an RBI single for Manzardo, and he's hitting above the Mendoza line, 200. All right, mound visit for the catcher. Sorry, just updating the box scores. 1 run, 1 hit. All right, runners at the corner, still only 1 out. Popped it up on the infield. Third base has it for out number 2. So now 2 outs, runners at the corner. Swung on the first pitch. Wait a minute, did he not score? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought they sent him. I'm an idiot. Bases loaded. 2 outs. I apologize for not paying attention. I honestly thought they had sent him. I'm so sorry. That was not a good look for me. Upstairs and outside on a curveball. So I don't know what is going on with this software here, though. That wasn't a software error. It was a different page. Low, almost in the dirt on a sinker. Quickly 2-0. Bases juiced. Schneemann at the plate. He's the shortstop. Hitting 295. 26 pitches for Bassett. I'll catch up on the chat shortly. Sorry, I honestly thought they had sent the guy. They tried to get him at second. That's a dangerous throw. I'm surprised the guy didn't take off from third. Pitch was a strike. I think Baltimore wants to appeal. Let's listen in. No, they decided not to challenge. Oh, he's out. Oh, he missed the tag. If he hadn't missed the tag, I mean, he kind of I don't know, went between the shoes. Very odd. So we still got bases loaded, 2-1 count. Still scoreless. Schneemann. All right. Checks the runner. Bassett delivers. Upstairs in the zone, but called strike 2. And it did, upon, review, not appeal or challenge, they just showed it on the grid that it was a strike. All right, 2-2 count. Pitch, grounded foul down third base line. Still 2-2, 91 miles per hour. Again, Schneemann at the plate. All right. There's the pitch. Grounded past the pitcher to the second baseman, over to first in plenty of time. And the side is retired. They left 3 on. They got picked up 1 hit and 2 walks and did not score despite user error by myself. We head to the top of the second, no score. I think I'll go, let me catch up on the chat, and then I think I'll go grab a different shirt instead of wearing white. Due up is Tavares, Kauser, and Mayo. Game in 10 minutes. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, Dr. Lay. Oh, yeah, I saw your Twitch, or not Twitch, X. Something happened in your last game. Gotcha. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. 1 hit for each team, and the Guardians had the bases loaded and 1 out and failed to score. All right, first hitter in the top of the second. Strike 1 called, a cutter, 86. Again, the batter is Tavares, the center fielder for the Orioles. Upstairs, swung on and missed on a changeup. It would have been it was on the top of the zone. Tavares is hitting .375 and 8 RBIs in 15 games. All right. Again, 15 games, and his on base percentage, 487. Usually they don't show that. They show that OPS or whatever. Upstairs, four seam 95. That was high in the, high, very high. 1 and 2 the count. Oh yeah, maybe I'll switch the sign from a red sign too. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. No, they appealed to 30. Yeah, he did check it. Ball 3 was ball 2 low, almost in the dirt. Bibby versus Tavares, righty versus lefty. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, full count, 3 and 2. All right, here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Chopper to short. The third baseman up with it. Safe at first. Infield single. At least I wasn't sure who fielded the play. It was just past the mound. It looks like Ramirez made the throw. That is the third baseman. Okay. I wasn't sure how they were playing him. He got it with the glove and then a one-hopper. Ooh, that was close, but it doesn't look like they're appealing. All right, make that the Orioles pick up their second hit of the game. All right, the next hitter, Cowser, hitting 211, righty versus lefty. Easily into second with a stolen base. And that was a strike one called. Tavares steals second. So runner at second, nobody out for the Orioles. That's his Tavares' first stolen base of the year. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Low cutter, 87. Tough pitch to lay off and get around on. And 211, 3 RBIs for Cowser. Cowser's the Orioles' third baseman. I'm sorry, no. That's Mayo. Bouncer in the dirt, gets away. Cowser's the right fielder. But the runner holds at second. 1-2 the count. Yeah, I'll try to remember to get out of the game and get back in, make sure it speeds up. And if necessary, maybe I'll try the Baltimore feed too at some point. Checking the runner. Bibby delivers. Swung on and missed. Curveball low. Strike three. 1 out. Runner in scoring position at second after a infield single and a steal of stolen base at second. And then a strikeout. Tough pitch to hit. At the bottom, just dropped out of it. All right, righty against righty. Mayo, the third baseman, 156 average. Low and outside. Cutter, 87. Ball one. Yeah, we're not too far behind. Maybe a pitch or two. All right, Bibby's thrown 33 pitches. Checks the runner at second. Turns and does not fire. Hangs on to the ball. 1 out, 1-0 count. We're to the 8th spot of the Baltimore Orioles lineup here in the top of the second. Checks the runner, fires, and no play. Back easily, and the throw was, high. Yeah, so I guess if you step off the mound, I think it's only throws that are called, and unless that counts as 2. Low and outside, a cutter misses, 2-0 the count. On deck for the Orioles, Jackson, the second baseman, hitting 321. Ramirez, they're playing him as a dead pull hitter, a shift. Low on a changeup, 3-0. I mean, he's got first base open. You can try to play for the double play, I suppose, but I don't know why you'd be pitching around a 156 hitter. Just saying. Checks the runner. Bibby set. Here's the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Little outside. Cutter. Walked him. So first and second, 1 out. Now the hitter is Jackson, the second baseman, hitting 9th. All right. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Way inside. Nearly got his elbow. 1-0. Slider missed. Wow. 1-0 count. Only one out. All right. Here's the pitch. Inside again. Almost sweet chin music. As Jackson has to bail out of there. You can see. Yeah, that was higher. That second one was chin high. The other one was elbow high. This batter is a little taller. The pitches are a little low. They definitely brushed him back. It's 2-0 with one out and two on already. In a scoreless game in the second. Checks the runner. Bibby is set. Here's the pitch. Fouled off right field line, near off the screen. Ball boy makes the play. Oh. Swing at the first pitch cost them by one error. I hate the UFL. It's horrible. Oh, you were talking to Dr. Delay. Yeah. I enjoyed it last year. I'll finish my thought. Swung on and missed on a sweeper that the bottom fell out of. It still would have caught the lower part of the zone. How do you hit that? It started at the top of the zone, and the catcher caught it at the bottom of the zone. 80 miles per hour. 2-2, one out, two on, first and second. Top of the second. Swung on and missed on a curveball. Strike three. And there's quickly two away after having two on and nobody out. All right. Two on, two out. Top of the second. Righty versus lefty. Henderson 0 for 1, the leadoff hitter for the Orioles. Popped it up into left. Back at the track and caught for out number 3. But I thought he had popped it up more than he did. That was warning track. All right, they get a hit and a walk and leave 2. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Yeah, let me go switch signs, I think, too. I think I might finish my dinner soon, too, between innings. All right, again, Martinez, Naylor, and Brito are due up for the Angels. All right, I'll be right back. Oops, sorry. I thought I had unmuted myself. I was still muted. I was just saying I think the yellow clashes less with the orange than the red, but what do I know about colors and clashing? All right, we're headed to the top of the second. First pitch taken. Strike 1. Martinez, the hitter. Bassett set, delivers, popped it up, but foul and out of play. 0-2. Want to go to the NHL draft. Oh. Last day is when I'm going. Oh, yeah, nice. Enjoy the vacation. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, both pitchers have been throwing a lot of balls, so I hear you. I would be of the mind to at least take one strike. All right, fouled off. We're still 0-2. Angel Martinez is a switch hitter, so righty versus lefty. He's hitting little like 33 points higher versus lefties. He's got a 281 average, like 294 versus 261. Upstairs and outside, 1-2 the count. After this inning, I'll remember to get out of the TV and get back in to try and speed it up. Make sure we're not behind. Upstairs evens the count, 2-2 on a cutter. Martinez in the 7th spot of the order. Oh, the draft is in Buffalo. Gotcha. His shortstop is playing behind the bag. Oh, and that's where the ball went. There's a single. They were playing him to pull, and he went opposite field, and the Guardians have the leadoff hitter on board. Nice hit between the hole at third and short. Well, that's cool. All right, the next hitter is Naylor, the catcher. Lefty. He's hitting 158. Runner at first. Nobody out. Bassett delivers. Taken strike on a sinker. 0-1. Let's see. I need to move this over. I need to move. Whoops. I need to move this over here. There we go. 1-0. Called strike. Throw to second. Got him. 0-2. And 1 out. We'll see if they appeal. Who is that again? Martinez, the left fielder, thrown out stealing or caught stealing. Ooh, I don't know. We need a better angle. I don't know if this is going to be it. It was very close. I don't think they'd challenge. I think they'd lose. Nice throw by the Baltimore catcher, Basalo. Let's see. We get a ball on a cutter that missed 1-2. So the pitch was called a strike. The hitter is Naylor. Now 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch from Bassett. It misses inside. Evens the count. 2-2. Alrighty. 2-2 count. 1 out. Nobody on. They're playing him to pull. Another opposite field. This time the third baseman catches the liner. It was almost headed for that hole again between third and short, but it wasn't hit hard enough. Mayo on the catch. Yeah, that's where the shortstop would normally play, and it was the third baseman on the catch. Quickly 2-0 in the home half of the second inning for the Guardians in Cleveland. Inside low corner, strike one called on a sinker. Brito hitting 200 with an RBI, 273 on base percentage in 9 games. Brito's the second baseman. Fouls off a cutter, 88. Quickly 0-2 the count. Ow. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the UFL from last year. Here's the pitch. Inside, missed on a cutter, 1-2. It's still very sunny in Cleveland. The infield is in the shade, though. Outfielders are going to have a battle. Sun's kind of to the left field foul pole. Fouled off to the third, first baseline out of play. 1 and 2. All right, 2 outs, 1 and 2 count. Grounder to first, takes it to the bag himself for out number 3. So the side is retired. We head to the top of the third, but no score. And each team has 2 hits. Oh, so what I was saying about I did some UFL last year. I don't know if I did a game every week, but I was doing games through week 8, and then the games were meaningless in week 9 and 10 because they had scheduling conflicts, and they had to, like, the teams that could have been road teams were already assigned the games as home games. It was ridiculous. So I was like, well, there's no reason to do these last 2 weeks. No, I think because I was doing WNBA anyways. Don't know if it's going to sit properly. I was just trying to get it to reflect light a little less. All right, so we do have other games in progress finally. Braves, Phillies, bottom of the first. Braves up 2-0 in Philadelphia. Rays and Pirates through 1, no score. Giants and Nationals through 1, no score. Royals, Yankees, Brewers, Marlins, Tigers, Red Sox coming up shortly. Later, Reds, Twins, Cardinals, Astros. That game is on ESPN Unlimited. So I would have had the choice of that game, but I like to do these earlier games if possible. Dodgers, Rockies, Padres, Angels, White Sox, A's, Rangers, Mariners, Blue Jays, Diamondbacks finish up the night at 8:40 Central. All right, strike 1 to the leadoff hitter in the top of the third. Upstairs, 4-seam, evens the count, 1-1. All right, Bibby against Ward, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1. Righty against righty. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside on a sinker, 2-1. Thought they might appeal that, but they did not. Here's the 2-1. Got it on the outside edge of the plate. Changeup, 2-2. Okay, we don't need these fancy establishing shots, especially when they're out of focus. Here's the pitch. Bounces it in the dirt. A cutter. Full count. 3-2. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second inning here. Bibby in the windup. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Ball 4. He walked him. Leadoff runner is on. Or leadoff hitter is on for the Orioles in the top of the first. All right, Bibby is set. Here's the wind up. Cutter, 86, taken, strike 1. Top of the zone. Not quite. 1-for-1, a single. Pete Alonso, the batter, a third hitter in the lineup. Here's the pitch. Bounces one. It gets away. Throw to second. Not in time. Safe. And it's got to be a wild pitch. This ball was in the opposing batter's box. I don't see how they could charge this as a pass ball. We'll see what they called. Yep, wild pitch on Bibby. That's what I thought. Oh, the count is even, 1-1. Forgot to do that. All right. Nobody out. Runner at second on a walk and a wild pitch. Bibby's thrown 50 pitches. Bibby against Pete Alonso here in the top of the third. Outside. Ball 2. Yeah, sorry. I'm sure I messed it up. Thank you. Yeah, that had to be a wild pitch. That's the right call. All right, 2-1 count. Nobody out. Runner at second. Bouncer right back to the pitcher. He throws to second. They got him in a rundown. Over to third. Now still in the rundown. They finally tag him out. I think the other runner held at first. So bad base running. That'll be a fielder's choice ground out. Let's see. It's 1. I don't know. A lot of people touched it. 4 different people touched the ball, so I have to see the actual ruling. Probably first to second to third to short, or first to short to third to second, something like that. All right, runner at first. Fouled it off. Strike 1 called. So they got 1 out and a runner at first. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you. Yeah, I apologize. I screwed up the score. It's just not been my best call tonight. All right, righty against lefty. Beavers had a walk in his first plate appearance. In the air to center, right at the center fielder. Caught for out number 2. And quickly to the cutoff man, and the hitter or the batter the runner returns to first. Try again. Fly to center, cutoff man, and then runner got back to first. That is Pete Alonso at first after the fielder's choice ground out. Yeah, BB to second to third to short. Yep, that's what the fielding was. Swung on a sweeper. I think he fouled it off. 0-1. Alonso returns to first base. It's good to see the Orioles use the old cartoon bird again, though, not the realistic looking bird or the O's or whatever nonsense. I've always liked this. It looks like Chilly Willy, the penguin, a little bit. Strike on the outside edge of the plate. 4-seam fastball. 0-2. Basallo struck out his first at bat. He's 154 average, 3 homers. I missed the RBI. All right. 2 outs, 2 strikes, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a 4-seam up in the zone. Or up out of the zone, I meant. Still 0-2. Two outs, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Low and in, well, at least low on a changeup. 1-2. All right. Bibby is set. Here's the windup. Bounces one in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. 2-2. Evens the count. All right. 59 pitches for Bibby. Here's the 60th. Fouled it off. Out of play. 2-2. Still the count on a curveball. Two outs. Runner at first. No score. Top of 3. Orioles. Basallo at the plate. Bibby delivers. Chopper to the shortstop behind the second base. Throw to first in time. The side is retired. They left one. We have played 2.5 innings. We head to the bottom of the third. No score. Guardians coming to bat again. Let's see. Due up is Quan, DeLauder, and Ramirez. Don't forget to vote in the poll in the YouTube chat. We've got 26 votes and 73% voting for Cleveland, 27% for Baltimore. Yeah, Cleveland won, I think, 4-2 or something yesterday. Nah, I don't like the MLB board. Let's go to the ESPN. All right, we've got end of 1. Braves 2. Hang on, let me refresh just in case. Yeah, end of 1. Braves 2, Phillies nothing. In Philadelphia. In Pittsburgh, bottom of the second, Rays and Pirates, no score. Pirates have a runner at first, nobody out. Giants 3, Nationals 0, still in the top of the second. Runner at first and 1 out for the Giants. Yeah, we had the Giants game yesterday. I think they lost to the Reds. No, they beat the Reds. That's right. 3-0. Royals and Yankees still in the top of the first. Brewers, Marlins coming up shortly. Actually, yeah, probably Royals, Yankees will start shortly, like 2 minutes. All right, we're back. Ready. The hitter is Quan, the center fielder. Upstairs, ball 1. All right, Bassett's throwing 47 pitches. He's working to the leadoff hitter in the third and the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Quan, sinker taken, strike 1. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch inside on a cutter, 2-1. What is going on? Oh. Here's the 2-1. Up the middle, just past a diving shortstop, into left center. Picked up by the left fielder and thrown into second. And Quan's aboard. Leadoff hitter reaches. Should be the third hit. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put up the mid-second scoreboard. Sorry about that. All right. 50 pitches. Low on the first one to DeLauder, who had a walk. Ball 1. Yeah, real quick. 0-2-0, 0-3-0. All right, nobody out. Runner at first. 1-0. Bouncer to second. To the shortstop. To first. Not in time. So a fielder's choice. ground out, but avoided the double play. 1 out, runner at first. That'll bring up Ramirez, the third baseman. He also walked his first at bat. All right, Bassett, 52 pitches thrown as he's working in the bottom of the third. All right, checks the runner, delivers upstairs. Oh, they said he foul tipped it. Strike 1 on a cutter. Ramirez hitting .224, 4 home runs, 10 RBI. Again, walked in his only plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off out of play. Cutter quickly 0-2. Bassett goes to get the rosin bag. All right, 0-2. Bassett stepped off the mound. Runner at first. 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. For a cutter missed. Looked like the catcher thought the runner was going. 1-2. He was set to fire, but held on to it. Maybe that was like a sort of a pitch out. It wasn't outside, but it was upstairs. Misses outside. A little high. Evens the count. 2-2. Again, Ramirez, the third hitter in the lineup for Baltimore. Righty pitcher against lefty batter. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a sinker. 91. We'll do it again. 2-2 the count. I forgot to tie my shoes. That would have been smart. All right. 2 seconds on the pitch clock. Here's the windup. And it's outside. Full count after being 0-2 on Ramirez. 1 out. Runner at first. Here's the pitch into left or right center. And the right fielder under it for out number 2. Throw to first offline, but Alonso took care of it. So was down 0-2 in the count, worked it full, and then a fly ball to right field. 2 outs for the O's in the top, or sorry, 2 outs, pardon me, for the Guardians in the bottom of the third. Ay. 59 pitches for Bassett. I think both pitchers will have thrown 60 through 3. Throw to first, not in time. 2 outs, runner at first. No score. Bottom of the third. Manzardo had a single. That's right. I thought they had scored, but they held the runner. They had bases loaded instead of runners at the corners. Upstairs misses on a 91-mile-per-hour four-seam. Ball 1. All right. Here's the pitch. Popped it up. Back near the track towards short of the wall, just barely 2 steps onto the warning track. That retires the side. They picked up a hit and they left a runner on base. We've played 3 and no score. We head to the bottom or top of the 4th. I think I may go grab my dinner to finish eating that. There we go. All right, please, if you're new here, welcome. If you're enjoying the live stream, please be sure to hit the like button on the video. Consider hitting the subscribe button to the channel. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers and subscribers. Doing this will help me grow the channel, and I thank you all for your support. If you happen to have a Twitch account, please follow Sinbin Stream there as well. It's the same live stream. The advantage is that it is faster and commercial free. And again, thank you all for your support. 3 scoreless innings. All right, we'll check the board real quick. Braves 2, Phillies 0, top of the second. 2 on, 2 out for the Braves. Rays and Pirates, top of the third. Pirates lead 1-0. Giants 6, Nationals 0, bottom of the second in D.C. Royals Yankees, bottom of the first, no score. Brewers Marlins still in the top of the first, no score. Tigers Red Sox, top of the first. Looks like they just started. Reds Twins in less than an hour. Cardinals Astros in less than an hour, and then the rest of the slate. All right, here we go. First pitch to Tavares is a curveball. It missed. Ball 1. Tavares 1 for 1, an infield single and a stolen base for the Orioles. Righty against lefty. Bibby delivers. Swung on and missed on a cutter. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Taken. Oh, that's a strike. I thought it might have been low. 1-2. Let's get it, Baltimore. Hello, Snow Dinner. Nice handle. Yeah, I'm not a Guardians fan. I just thought the Orioles hat would stand out a little bit more with the orange on the black than this blue. This hat's bigger, too. In the air to left, short of the track, and caught for out number 1. First leadoff hitter retired. All right. I don't know what they're showing. 2016 World Series still pictures. Because they're talking to one of the former players. Cowser, the right fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes a changeup, 80 for strike 1. Pretty much down the middle. 66 pitches by Bibby. Here's the 0-1. Grounder to second. Up with it in time. Throws to first. Got him. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down in the Orioles visiting, top of the 4th. Yeah, well, the Indians didn't win that World Series. I don't know why we're talking about this. Davis, I guess, is who they're talking about. Number 20. Be nice if they showed the game. All right, here we go. Mayo with the walk. He swings one high to left. If it stays fair, it's gone. I did not see where it landed. I'll take their word for it. Was it fair or foul? It's We'll see. As of now, it's foul. It was hit way deep. Couldn't tell. Terrible. All right, crew chief review for a possible home run. Yeah, that's all. I knew it was gone. I'm like, if that's fair, that's gone. But never got a good look at it. On this replay ain't gonna show crap either. They got to have another angle. That's got to be gone. I don't think that's foul. All right, still in a review. I don't know how this one could have been foul, but it was really hard to see on the only view they showed. All right, I don't want to get copyright infringement for the music being played at the stadium. All right, what is it? It's still under review. Good gosh. All right, they said foul. I couldn't tell. Yeah, unfortunately, Snow Dinner, they called it a foul. All right, Owen won the count. 2 outs, nobody on. He certainly blasted that one and said it was foul, but I couldn't tell you. The TV replay was terrible, and just the live angle they had. I thought it was gone, but I didn't have a good look or angle. Did he check his swing? No, he didn't. Or they may have just called it a strike. 0-2 to Mayo. Mayo had a walk in his only plate appearance. 156 on the average. No home runs. Real close on his first. To his first. 4 RBI. Can we see the game and not Davis in the booth, please? Here's the windup. Ooh, a little high. Taking a curveball. 1-2. All right. 1-2 pitch. Low. 2-2. Okay, please go back to the game. We don't need to see the guy who they're interviewing. Please. Here's the windup. Grounder past the shortstop into left center, picked up by the center fielder. And the Orioles have a runner at first with 2 down in the top of the 4th. They get their 3rd hit of the game. Each team with 3 now. All right, Bibby set. Righty against righty. Jackson 0 for 1, the 9th place hitter. Here's the pitch. Chopper to second. Thought about tagging the runner. Throws to first in time for out number 3. They leave 1. They got a hit, but no runs. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Yep, 030, 030. All right, I'm going to go grab my dinner and finish eating. I'll be right back. Sorry, I just bumped the desk and made the camera move. Just grabbing my dinner to finish up between innings. 6-0 Braves, 1-0 Pirates, or Braves 6, Phillies 0. Pirates 1, Rays nothing. And 6-0 Giants over the Nats. No other scores thus far. All right, 1 second. Okay, enough about Rajah Davis, or however you say his name. Inside on a curveball. 1-0 the count. Hoskins 0 for 1 on a pop out. Takes the sinker. Strike 1. 1-1. Okay, come on. Here's the 1-1. Liner to the right and a single, and the Guardians have the leadoff hitter on in the bottom of the fourth. Martinez the hitter. Schneemann. Wait. What? No. That was Hoskins with the hit. Schneemann is at the plate. Come on. Can you guys show the game? I don't care about this former player. Schneemann 0 for 1. Grounder to first. I'm sorry. Grounder to the second baseman who has to throw to first. And that's out number 1. He advanced the runner. No chance to turn a double plate. Now they send Martinez to the plate. Sorry about that. Behind because of, streaming app. All right, Martinez 1 for 1. Bassett has thrown 65 pitches. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off a cutter, 0-1. All right, 0-1 pitch. Fouled off another curveball, 0-2. All right. Runner at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, cutter missed, 1-2. All right, Guardians have a runner at second. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, swung on and missed on a four-seam fastball, 91 miles per hour. Strike 3. 2 outs. Runner at second for the Guardians in the bottom of the fourth. I think the only time somebody made third was when the Guardians had the bases loaded. Naylor 0 for 1 with a line out. The catcher. 8th place hitter. Inside on a cutter, 90 miles per hour, ball 1. Who am I betting on? I have no idea. Low on a curveball, 1-1. I don't know. I would ask the chat. I don't have a lot of baseball knowledge. Just do occasional games off of ESPN Unlimited, and in the case of tonight, Peacock. Peacock has more than just the Sunday night game. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Fouled. Down the third base line and into the stands. 1-2 the count. Let's get the Guardians out. Yeah, we got an Orioles fan. That's, again, I'm not a Guardians fan, just to have wearing it so we can have both logos here on the screen. I figured the Orioles hat would stand out better with the orange. I have a hat for every team. All right, checking the runner. 2-1 count. Checks his swing on a changeup outside. Wait, 3-1's the count? Sorry, I guess I messed up. Big time. All right, it's still Naylor. He's 0 for 1. There's 2 outs. There's a curveball in there taken. Strike 2. We got 2 outs. Runner at second. Full count. Bassett with 74 pitches. Here's the pitch. Shattered his bat, and it's foul down the third base line. He'll need to get a fresh bat here. Fresh lumber, if you will. That thing went into at least 3 pieces. It just completely obliterated. Must have jammed him on the hands. All right, full count. Runner at second. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Grounder. First baseman up with it. Tosses to the Bassett, the pitcher, who taps the bag for out number 3. They did pick up their 4th hit. They left one, and we're through 4. We head to the top of the 5th. Still no score. I forgot to update the hits. All right. I'm going to mute and get some food in me. Bang. All right. We will put the other scores up. 7-0 Braves, 1-0. 7-0 Braves over Phillies, 1-0 Pirates over Rays, 6-0 Giants over Nats, Royals Yankees scoreless, Brewers Marlins scoreless, Tigers Red Sox scoreless. Rest of the games in about 40 minutes, just under. All right. Orioles baseball. Excuse me. All right, back from break. Bibby. Both pitchers have pitched 4. Similar lines. 4 hits and 2 walks given up by Bassett. 3 hits and 3 walks given up by Bibby. 76 pitches for Bassett, 73 for Bibby. Top of 5. This game, a touch on the slow side, especially for no runs. A lot of pitches and walks, I guess. Sinker missed low, 1-0. Hitter is Henderson, the shortstop. Line out, fly out. 207 on the season, 6 homers, 14 RBI. Popped or fouled out of play behind the plate. 1-1 the count. Excuse me. All right, Henderson 0 for 2, the first hitter in the lineup. Swung on and missed a cutter. Strike 2. It would have been a strike if he had taken it. All right, Bibby is set. 1-2 pitch to the leadoff hitter on the way. Swung on and missed a curveball low, maybe a little bit inside. Strike 3, 1 away in the top of the 5th. Trying to see. Yeah, that might be a little better there. In the dirt. Ball 1. Hitter is Ward, who is 0 for 1. Righty against righty. Bibby is set. Here's the windup. Line to short. Diving catch. No. One hopped. Threw him out at first. I thought he caught it. Both were brilliant plays. Ground out. 6-3. The scoring. Ward on a... Oh, yeah. It was a one-hopper. It hit the dirt and then fired to first. Are they sure he was out at first? Are the Orioles going to challenge this? Sheenem, that was Schneeman. Sorry, the shortstop on the nice play. Boy, I thought he beat it out, honestly. That one's grounded past the shortstop into left. Alonso will board first with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And the hitter is Beavers, the DH. He's 0 for 1 and with a walk. Righty against lefty. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt. Fouls a cutter off. 0-1. He's bunting for a hit. There's 2 down, dude. Are you fast? Walking a fly out. Dylan Beavers, 227 average. And they took it down. Don't understand bunting with 2 outs there. That made no sense. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed a cutter just a little low. Strike 2, 87 miles per hour. It just doesn't want to sit there the way I want it. All right. 2 outs. Runner at first. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Just outside. 2-2 is the count. No, 1-2. 1-2 is the count. Pardon me. All right. Bibby is set. Here's the pitch. Beavers swung on and missed on a curveball. 77. A little inside. Strike 3. So they leave 1, but get no runs. They pick up their 4th hit as well. And we head to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home, and still no score. I suppose we're at 90 minutes. Yeah, we're on pace for a 3-hour game. I guess it's not too slow. All right, we are back. Finally finished up my dinner. Still at commercial break. Come on. There we go. All right. Top of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth. Leadoff hitter Brito fouls one straight back. 0-1. Second pitch. In the air. Popped it up on the edge of the infield. Shortstop Henderson caught it for out number 1 behind the second base bag. 1 out, bottom of the fifth. That'll send up, is that Quan? Wait, so who popped out? Brito. Quan is up. Quan is 1 for 2. Center fielder. Right-handed pitcher or lefty hitter? Outside on a curveball, 70 miles per hour, 0-1 or 1-0. Oh yeah, I've been forgetting. I got to remember next inning to get out of the game and get back in. Speed up the ESPN app. Or no, Peacock. Well, Peacock probably doesn't fall behind like ESPN, so. Nope, 2-0. I thought that was a strike. It was low. 2-0. Fly out single for Quan. Bassett delivers inside cutter. 3-0, 89 miles per hour. Down low, taken strike 1 on a sinker. Caught the bottom edge of the zone. Guardians hitting in the bottom of the fifth. Upstairs, ball 4. Leadoff runner is aboard. Quan draws a walk. He's still 1 for 2 with a single. And do they appeal? Because that's a bad appeal. That's a ball by 1.2 inches. Bad challenge by Baltimore. So they failed on 1, I think. Yeah. All right, DeLauder, 0 for 1 and reached on a failed fielder's choice. He had a walk. Ball 1. 1 out. Runner at first. Sorry, I thought I said the leadoff hitter. Down the right field line, if it's fair. Oh, no, wait. What happened? I guess it hit the wall. Or did he catch that? Hold on. What was that call? Oh, the right fielder is injured, too. I guess he caught it. You can't see the corner in Progressive Field here. And the right fielder is injured for the Orioles. He's clearly in pain. He's bent over, has one hand in the dirt. That is Cowser, who is being looked at by the training staff. Couldn't see because you can't see the right field corner in Progressive Field. I thought it might have been out, but you couldn't tell by what the camera was trying to show. It appears to be his right knee they're looking at. He's flexing it now. Yeah, get a good view. I mean, live, I had no idea what happened. What a catch. Right in front of the wall. Then he rammed his right knee into the wall. That's when he got hurt. He had a hard time. He couldn't put any weight on his right knee when he made the throw back to the infield. So that's a foul out down the right field line, almost 325 feet. Hopefully he's all right. I don't know if he's continuing in this game or not. Looks like he's staying in. Yeah, he rammed his right knee into the wall as he made the catch. He's a lefty, so... Or no, I'm sorry, he's a righty, so he caught the ball with his left hand and his right knee just jammed into the wall. He didn't put any weight on it as he threw the ball back into the infield. He's staying in, but still got pain on his face. All right, that'll bring up Ramirez, who has a walk, and he's 0 for 1. 2 outs and a runner at first. 85 pitches for Bassett. Ramirez, let's see what it, oh, yeah, walk and a fly out, I think it said. All right. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, missed, changeup, ball 1. Ramirez, the 3-hitter. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Cutter missed. 2-0. Bassett with 87 pitches now. Here's the pitch. Caught the outside edge of the plate. Curveball in there. Strike 1. 2-1. 2 outs. Runner at first. Kwan is the runner at first. Here's the pitch way outside. Sinker. 3-1 the count. Still looking at Cowser as he's trying to walk it off. That's right. Kwan drew a walk, I think, this inning. Here's the pitch. Roped it to the screen by the dugout. A foul. Full count. 2 outs. Runner at first. He'll be going on the pitch. Just turned on it way too early. Bassett with 90 pitches. Here's the 3-2. Up low and outside. Ball 4. Wasn't even close. 2 on, 2 out. That'll bring Manzardo to the plate. The DH, he's 1 for 2, and the Orioles make a mound visit. All right, are the mound visits timed too? Maybe. All right, Guardians threatening here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner in scoring position, but there's already 2 down. Cano, C-A-N-O. Cano, warming up for the Orioles. I think he's a righty. Yeah, he had his back. Right. All right. We'll see what the O's do here. Bassett staying in for now. I'm just trying to buy Cano some time. All right, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Manzardo's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Bassett checks the runner at second. It's Kwan. Here's the pitch. Looped a curveball in there, taking strike 1. 71 miles per hour. Tough pitch. On deck is Rhys Hoskins. Swung on and missed a cutter, 90. Strike 2. 2 away, 2 strikes. No score. Bottom of the 5th. Manzardo the hitter. Bassett the pitcher. A righty against a lefty. 93 pitches. Bassett winds up, throws, fouled off a 4-seam. 91. Still 0-2. All right, checking the runner at second. Bassett delivers. Looping curveball way outside. 1-2 though. 42 balls, 53 strikes, total of 95 pitches for Chris Bassett, the pitcher. He's set, checks Quan. Here's the pitch, fouled off a cutter, third base line, and out of play into the stands. Still 1-2, the count. Wait a minute, what? All right, 95 pitches. Bassett checks Quan at second. Here's the pitch. Bouncer in the dirt. And the runner moves to third. That should be a wild pitch. Let's double check. Yep, wild pitch charge to Bassett, allowing Quan to make it to third. It was so far inside. I'm surprised it didn't hit the batter, honestly. It was way inside. All right, runners at the corners. 2-2, 2 outs. Manzardo, the hitter, fouls off a cutter up and in, 91 miles per hour. We'll do it again. No score, bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Runners at the corners for the Guardians. Manzardo, the hitter. Outside, they fake the throw to second. And we got full count. Second and third, 2 outs, full count. Manzardo, the hitter. 99 pitches for Bassett in the bottom of the fifth. Righty against lefty. Here's the pitch. Tuck a strike on the inside edge of the plate. A sinker, 93 miles per hour. That'll do it. They leave 2 runners in scoring position, and we head to the top of the 6th, and no score. Guardians have left runners at second and third twice in the game now. They had the bases loaded, actually, and now here's second and third. You know what? I will get out and get back in real quick, just in case that's a thing with Peacock, not just ESPN. All right, we're through 5. No score. I'll be right back. All right, still at commercial. Braves 7, Phillies 0, bottom 4. Pirates 1, Rays 0, top of 5. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Basallo missed it. Strike 1. Giants 8, Nationals 1, bottom of the 4th. Royals and Yankees no score, top of the 4th. Chopper, first baseman, picks it up third base side, throws to first in time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down, top of 6. Bibby still on the mound for the Guardians. Brewers, Marlins, no score, bottom of the 3rd. I think I said Royals, Yankees, no score, top of 4. Tigers and Red Sox, top 4th, no score. Tavares swings and misses at a changeup, quickly 0-1. Here's the second pitch. In the dirt, nearly hit him on the bounce, 1-1. Righty pitcher Bibby to Tavares, a lefty. Infield single, fly out. So he's 1 for 2, and he has a stolen base. 382 average and 8 RBI for Tavares, the Baltimore center fielder. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed at a cutter, 86, strike 2. All right. Tavares called time. Now we're set. Connor Brogdon is warming up, a righty for the Guardians in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Outside on a cutter. Missed. 2-2. That was pitch 90 for Bibby. Bassett's already had 100 pitches for the Orioles. Fly to right field, short of the track, under it for out number 2. Routine fly ball to right field, quickly 2 away. That'll bring up Cowser, the right fielder, who just banged his right knee into the right field foul line, wall. All right. Here's the first pitch. Low on a changeup. 1-0. Yeah, I think I need to move this monitor just a little bit over further. I'll work on that after this game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sweeper. 1-1. Tough pitch. 2 outs. Nobody on. Why are we talking about the Cubs and the NL Central on the Cleveland broadcast? Took a changeup. Looked like it might have been a little low, but no appeal. Yeah, I guess it would have gotten the bottom of the zone looking at it on MLB. 1-2 the count. Again, top 6. No score. Nobody on. 2 out. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, evens the count. 2-2. 4-seam fastball. 96 miles per hour. Bibby's thrown 95 pitches for the Guardians. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to second. Up with it. Over to first in time for out number 3. Ground out. 4-3 on the fielding. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score. I'm going to eat a little bit. Okay, Cano on the bound for the Orioles. That'll close the line on Bassett. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. He lowered his ERA to 6.19. No runs, no earned runs. Or no earned runs, no runs. All right, 1-1, 1.59 ERA for Cano. Righty against righty, Rhys Hoskins. Low, missed on a slider, ball 1. Hoskins, the first baseman. Cano delivers low on a sinker, 94, ball 2. Leadoff hitter out of the 5th spot in the order for the Guardians here in the bottom of the 6th. Inside, sinker, 3-0. Do you give him the green light? Or do you, I guess you let him take a pitch, and then I think you give him the green light. That would be my strategy. Cano delivers outside, just missed, sinker, ball 4, 4-pitch walk, and the leadoff hitter is aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, we've had some really good defense tonight, both teams. That great play by the shortstop for the Guardians, Schneemann. Schneemann. He's the hitter. Takes a sinker on the lower part of the strike zone for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, runner at first. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Nobody out, runner at first after a 4-pitch leadoff walk. Schneemann 0-2, 0 for 2, and the count is 0-2. Liner to left field, that's a hit. And the Guardians have 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Hit number 5 for Cleveland. All right, Cano set, delivers to Martinez. He pops a bunt attempt, foul by the on-deck circle for strike 1. All right, Martinez 1 for 2 today. Strikeout and also caught stealing. All right, Cano checks the runner at second. Hoskins, he steps off the rubber, picks up the rosin bag. All right, 0-1 the count, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Martinez, the 7th hitter in the lineup, squares the bunt. I think he hit him, or did he get out of the way? All right, it's a ball. I thought it looked like, I don't know. I thought it hit him when he brought the back bat. No, he got his back foot out of the way. Oh, he kicked it after it hit the catcher's glove. Okay. With his left foot. The 1-1. He tried to bunt again. Took another pitch way inside. 2-1. Cano a little bit all over the place here. A 4-pitch walk and a base hit to left, and nearly hit the left foot of that almost was a replay of Martinez. All right, the catcher and the first baseman head to the mound. Now they head back to their fielding positions. All right. 2-1 the count. On in relief to pitch the bottom of the sixth is Cano. He's set. Checks the runner. Swung on and missed on a bunt attempt. Sinker evens the count. 2-2. Just kind of stabbed at the ball. Didn't catch the ball with the bat. I don't know. Trying to pull it, I guess. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 on a sinker. 95. Tough pitch. Up in the strike zone. Probably would have been called if he didn't swing. So 1 out. Runners at first and second. Yeah, it would have maybe just been a hair outside. Too close to take. I mean, that's a tough pitch. Good pitch there by Cano. Dan, what's up? I'm so disappointed that Montreal and Buffalo play at the same time. I'm not happy. Inside, ball 1. I can't stand the NHL playoff schedule. All right, Bo Naylor, 0 for 2, a line out and a ground out. Sorry, we're going to go with Buffalo the first couple games. Low, 2-0 quickly. First and second, 1 out. Naylor, the 8th place hitter, 0 for 2. Cano delivers. Chopper to short. He steps on the bag, not in time at first, so runners at the corners. But now there's 2 down in the bottom of the second. So Naylor grounds into a fielder's choice. Yeah, he definitely beat it out. Throw was late. Shortstop tried to do it himself. That might be it for Cano. I think we got a pitching change. Yeah, I'm so disappointed in NHL's schedule. I can't believe what they've done. All right, tomorrow, 2.5 hours apart, which is insane, on ESPN. Sunday, the Canadians are at 4:45. That's cool. Nice. The Canadians and Lightning play at 4:45, and the Bruins Sabres are at 6:30. So they're less than 2 hours apart. It's a tough call because the Lightning and Bruins both don't play great. I mean, don't draw well for my channel. And I would think more people have ESPN than HBO Max or TNT True TV. So I don't know, but I'm going to go with the Sabres. Then Monday night, dang. Yeah, I think we're going to go do the ESPN2 games. Yeah, I'm happy they don't play each other, but I'm really disappointed they're playing at the same time. I guess what did I expect, huh? All right, let's see when. See, Tuesday I got to make a decision. I hate that. Sabres beat the Bruins. Yeah, I guess the Bruins took 3-4. I think they will. I got to say, the game I'm least interested in is Flyers Pittsburgh. That should be a 7-8 game. I really think they need to go back to 1-8. But yeah, I think they get it done. So yeah, Tuesday they're at the same time. Wednesday, Thursday were good. Okay, so Thursday they don't play at the same time. So we should have Lightning Canadians game 3 on Friday. It's a bummer. I may have to leave my son's game early too. All right, we got the call to the bullpen. We are back. Wolfram is the lefty pitcher. Brito takes strike 1, a sinker low in the zone. Yeah, Grant Wolfram He's 1-0, 3.38 ERA, 8 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, and no walks. 258 opponent batting average. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed on a curveball, 85, 0-2. Again, runners at the corners, 2 outs. 0-2 pitch coming up. In the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off a curveball. Still 0-2. Yeah, we're past the 2-hour mark. This game has slowed down a little bit because of the pitching changes, I think. Still no score, though. Yeah, I'm really bummed that I can't do both Buffalo and Montreal because they're basically playing at the same time. Fouled off a sinker, 95, still 0-2. Wolfram, Wolfram. It's kind of a cool name. Wolfram. Wolfram. Yeah, Wolfram. It's probably Wolfram. Swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. That retires the side. We have played 6 innings. The Guardians leave another 2, including a third time with a runner at third. We head to the top of the 7th. No score. We played 6. Due up is Mayo, Jackson, and Henderson for the O's. All right. Did I update the box score? 1 second. I think I might be short a hit. Nope, that's right. End of the 6th. 0-4-0 for the Orioles. 0-5-0 for the Guardians. All right. Yeah. So Friday should be all right. We can probably do 6 and 9 that night. Yeah, I'd rather do Lightning Canadians and Oilers Ducks. These 2.5-hour apart games are a nightmare, though. I think Thursday I'm all right, too. Thursday, 6 and 9, yeah. Wednesday, yeah. Boy, I'd like to do Stars Wild, but probably not. Yeah, I probably will skip Penguins Flyers that night. I think my son has a game at 4:30. I don't know, we'll see. Probably a lot of competition for that one. Yeah, these first few days are going to be a nightmare. They have a quadruple header on next Sunday, but not this Sunday. All right, we're in the top of the 7th. Let's see if they made any fielding changes. I don't think so. No substitutions yet, other than pitching. On in relief is Gaddis, Gaddis for Cleveland. Strike 1. Hunter Gaddis. No record, 9.00 ERA, 1 inning, a walk, a strikeout. Inside, slider taken, strike 2, or inside edge of the plate. Mayo, the hitter, in the 8th spot, here in the top of the 7th. Swung on and missed a slider. Bottom fell out of it. Strike 3. And low in the strike zone. Leadoff hitter retired in the top of the 7th. Yeah, they had a lot of movement. They're saying that's a slider. They had more top to bottom movement, though. Not, left to right. Left to right. Yeah, or right to left, I should say, because he's a righty. Swung on a miss. Four seam. 96 miles per hour. Whew. Brought the heat. Jackson's 0 for 2. A strikeout and a ground out. The 9th spot hitter. Righty versus righty. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 5 straight strikes by Gaddis. Got a huge beard, long hair, shoulder length hair. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. No, they said he went. No appeal. Home plate umpire called it. Oh, 2 up, 2 down, 6 pitches, 2 straight strikeouts. Yeah, he did go. I got fooled by him. He broke the wrist and snapped it back, but yeah, that's the correct call. Quickly, 2 up, 2 down in the top of 7th. Lefty Henderson, the leadoff hitter, swung at a slider and missed. 0-1. Strikeout his last at bat. Henderson 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-1. Just missed. I thought he caught the top edge of the outside corner, but it's a ball. 1-1. Thought they might appeal. I thought they might get it. Here's the 1-1. Bounces one, a slider. 2-1. Alrighty. Swung on and missed on a slider in the dirt. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Henderson the hitter. Gaddis on in relief for the Guardians. Working the top of the 7th. Here's the 2-2. Swung and fouled. Out of play. Right field side. Excuse me. So 2-2. First hitter to make contact here in the top of 7th for the Orioles. Pardon me. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed a slider down in the or out of the zone. 3 up and 3 strikeouts. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. Still no score. Excuse me. All right, let's check the other scores while we got a minute here. Braves 7, Phillies 0, bottom of the 6th. In Philadelphia. In Pittsburgh, Rays 1, Pirates 1, top of the 6th. Giants 8, Nationals 3 in D.C., top of 6th. In New York, Yankees 2, Royals 0, bottom of the 5th. In Miami, Brewers 3, Marlins 1, bottom of the 4th. In Boston, Tigers and Red Sox 0-0, bottom of the 5th. Reds and Twins, no score, bottom of the 1st. Cardinals and Astros, 1-0 Cardinals. Still batting, top of the 1st. They have runners at the corners, but 2 outs and a 1-1 count. Dodgers, Rockies in less than 20 minutes. Padres, Angels, 8:38 Central. White Sox, A's, 8:40. And also Rangers, Mariners, and Blue Jays, Diamondbacks at 8:40. Only final, Cubs 12, Mets 4. Mets have lost 9 straight now. Due up is Wolfram's the pitcher. Kwan is leading off. here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the lefty versus lefty matchup. First pitch, strike one, taking a sinker. Quan 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Lefty against lefty. Here's the pitch. Takes a sinker. 96. It was in the upper part of the box, strike zone. Way outside, ball one. Here's the 1-2. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman bobbles it. The leadoff runner is aboard for the Guardians in the bottom of the 7th. I assume this is going to be an error. It is. Error on Error on Jackson. All right. Oh, I think we got an automatic, pitcher violation. We got a ball called on the first pitch. Pitcher pitch time violation. Wow. I don't think I've seen that I didn't do a ton of games last year, but I don't think I saw it last year or this year. Maybe I forgot one. A grounder into left field down the line. Into third is Quan. Into second with a double is DeLauder, I believe. DeLauder. Wait. Is it DeLauder? Yeah, DeLauder. All right, nobody on and runners at second and third in scoring position in the bottom of the 7th. So the Orioles in trouble here. Still scoreless for the time being. All right, Wolfram. Oh, they already intentionally walked him. So bases loaded, foul, out of play. Yeah, I forgot. You don't need to throw all four. Yeah, intentionally walked Ramirez to bring up, force at any base for Manzardo, the designated hitter. 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Sorry, I completely forgot that you don't need to throw for the intentional walk anymore. I think that's a shame. I know they're trying to speed up the game, but foul, out of play. Strike 2. Nobody out. Bases loaded with Guardians. Manzardo, the 4th hitter in the lineup. Infield playing, I think DeLauder at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sweeper way low and out of the zone. Low and outside. That is 1 out on a strikeout that the Orioles desperately needed. Now they can get out of the inning with turning a double play. Reese Hoskins, and they're going to change pitchers. That'll do it for the lefty. Who are they call? That's it for Wolfram. It doesn't close the book on him. He's responsible for all 3 runners. All right, we'll see what happens next once the relief pitcher takes the bump. It is, let's see. Well, they haven't announced yet. Bassett went 5 scoreless innings. Cano went 2/3 scoreless innings. Wolfram, as of now, 2/3 scoreless. Nunez is the pitcher to face Rhys Hoskins. Nunez, a righty. He's got a 1.04 ERA, 8 games, no saves. No starts, no saves. 8 2/3 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, a .58 WHIP, which is walks and hits per innings pitched. Next Baltimore game. Wait, what? Oh no, they're saying yeah. Okay. All right, Anthony Nunez in relief. Still at commercial on TV. All right, so far 0-4-1 for Baltimore, 0-6-0 for Cleveland. And that error was this inning for Baltimore. Yep, 8 innings pitched, no record yet. 1.04 ERA, 8 2/3 innings pitched, a walk, 11 strikeouts, 129 opponent's batting average. He's coming in. He inherits 3 runners with 1 out. First pitch to Hoskins, way outside, sweeper missed, ball 1. Hoskins 1 for 2, a single and a walk, 217 average, 1 homer, 5 RBI on the season. Righty versus righty. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed on a sinker. 1-1 evens the count. Schneemann on deck as it thunders outside. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a changeup. 1-2. Nunez trying to bail the Orioles out of a jam here in the bottom of the 7th in a scoreless game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sweeper. 86 in the zone. Bottom portion of the zone. Now 2 outs. Bases loaded. They had the bases loaded and nobody out. Well, spoiler alert. Try to act surprised. Nunez with 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch to Schneemann, who's 1 for 3. Swung on and missed a 4-seam upstairs out of the zone. 0-1. He had a single. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Swung on and belted way back to right field. That is gone. Wow. And just like that, he clears the bases. And it's 4-0 Cleveland in the bottom of the 7th. Oh. He smoked that one. That was a hard liner into right. Schneemann, wow. That's your first 4 runs of the game. Holy cow. Dang, he blasted that one. That was a no-doubter. Suddenly the Orioles in a heap of trouble here. 2 outs, bases cleared. The hitter is Martinez. Outside. 1-0. Grand slam. Wow, by Schneemann. He had a great play at short, too. A one-hopper that he quickly gloved on a dive and threw to first in time. Swung on into center. back short of the track, caught by out number 1 for out number 3 by Taveras, but the damage is done. We have played 7 and it's 4-0 Cleveland. We head to the top of the 8th. Orioles down to their last 6 outs. So 1 second. 041 470. 041 470. It's going to take a little bit. There we go. Yep. Grand slam with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. I think, was it 1-0 or 0-1? I kind of forgot. Hey, what's up, Kieran? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I know you were here earlier. Whew. Well, that woke up this game a little bit. Ward, Alonso, Beavers are due up. Ward's 0 for 2. Alonso 2 for 3. Beavers 0 for 2, but he has a walk. Let's see who pitches now for Cleveland. Rocchio or Rocchio? Should probably get a pronunciation. Real quick. I remember this guy. I think he was in the game the last time I. Oh, thanks. I don't think they have a pronunciation guy. I wonder if the baseball reference doesn't do that. Does Wikipedia? I can't remember. I'll just have to listen.
Just like that, one swing of the bat. And Daniel Schneemann has made it a 4-0 Guardians lead as we go now to the 8th inning. Orioles had.
Wait a minute. He's a shortstop. Why am I asking about him? I'm sorry. I was looking at the bench instead of the pitcher. I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh. Sorry. Sean Armstrong. He's on the bench. Oh, my goodness. 1-0 pitch. Ooh, it looked like it was upstairs. They called it a strike. 1-1 the count. Sorry about that. Armstrong, the pitcher. A righty. He's facing a right-hander, Pete Alonso. Sweeper misses downstairs and outside. 2-1. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, Ward is the hitter. Sorry, Alonso's on deck. My bad. They're ahead. Ward. Oh, that was like the same spot as the other one, and he called that a strike. It's 3-1. Four-seamer low. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Downstairs, ball 4. He walked him. So the Orioles get the leadoff runner aboard here in the top of the 8th, trailing 4-0 on a grand slam by Schneemann. First pitch, strike 1 on a sinker. Pete Alonso, 2 for 3 on the day. Righty against righty. Runner at first on a leadoff walk. Trying to frame it. He sat there forever. They called it a ball. Oof, that one's tough. It may have just barely nicked the inside edge of the plate. Evens the count, 1-1. No, he hit him. He hit Alonso, I think on the right arm. I think he missed that left arm. So hit by pitch. Quickly, 2 to the plate and 2 reach on a walk and a hit batsman. He got his left elbow out of the way, but I think it hit his right forearm. Yeah, you don't think about needing to protect your back arm there. So, I don't know. Armstrong, are they going to change pitchers here? No, just a mound visit. All right. Bullpen action. Eric Sabrowski, a lefty for the Cleveland. All right, we're finally set. First pitch, four seam, missed. Ball at 1. Righty against lefty. Beavers takes ball 2 outside. 2 on. Nobody out. Top of 7th. The 4th hitter, Beavers at the plate. Armstrong's thrown 10 pitches. He walked the first hitter. He hit the second batter. Here's the 2-0. Just inside on a sinker, 93. Quickly 3-0 the count. This might be this might be Armstrong's last batter. They just took a 4-0 lead and takes a pitch, a 4-seam, 3-1, pretty much down the middle. All right, 3-1 count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Low on a cutter, 89. He walked him. Ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Guardians are in a heap of trouble, and they will head to the pen again. Armstrong did absolutely nothing. A walk, a hit batter, and a second walk, and they give the Orioles bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of 8. I think I got to plug in. Yeah, I got to plug in some stuff. 1 second. All right, there we go. Are we getting rain or is it just thundering? It is? Dang it. Yeah. Sick of this rain. Armstrong, perfect name for a pitcher. Well done, Dan. You got me. All right, while we have a minute, please like the video if you're enjoying this live stream. Welcome if you're new. Hope you're enjoying it. We try to do as much baseball as we can. It's an off night for the NHL. Mostly, I mean, we will have Thursday morning or early afternoon baseball for sure going forward. Beyond that, I'll do the best I can Monday through Wednesday, but don't know how many games we'll get to because I'm trying to get to my son's JV baseball games as well. All right, we're back. So like and subscribe helps get the channel recommended to other viewers. Subscribe to the channel and follow on Twitch. Same stream. Difference is it's faster and it is currently commercial free. Jonathan Rodriguez, I think 0 for 5 on the season. Lefty righty. Swung on. Liner into right. Caught for out number 1 and tagging and scoring for the Orioles' first run. That is, I think, was that Ward? So 1 out and 1 run in. Orioles still have 2 on, but only 1 out. Down 4-1 here. Eric Sabrowski, 10 games, no record, 2.00 ERA, 9 innings, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts, 129 opponent batting average. Lefty versus righty. Taveras, 1 for 3, takes a 4-seam for ball 1. Here's the pitch, low, ball 2. Sorry, I'm trying to fix scoreboards. Where the heck is their count? Swung on and missed. Strike 1, 2-1 the count. Sorry. Trying to fix all my scoreboards here. Two on 1 count, 1 out, runners at first and second. Lefty against righty. Fouls off a 4-seam, 94. Out of play on the right side, or right first base side. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Low, 4-seam. Full count. 3-2. Taveras the hitter. Pete Alonso, the runner at second. Full count, 1 out. Top of the 8th, 1 run in. After the Guardians just got a grand slam in the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles had the bases loaded, nobody out. Fouled off another one, 4-seam. We'll do it again. All right, Sabrowski has thrown 7 pitches. Taveras, again, 1 for 3 for the Baltimore Orioles. Top of this 8th. Low. No, they called it a strike. They want an appeal, though. I think he's going to get a ball 4 on this appeal. This should be a walk. Yeah, that was low. Good challenge. And the O's load the bags again. With 1 out in the top of the 8th. Guardians in trouble here. After taking a 4-0 lead on a grand slam by Schneemann, the shortstop. And they have 1 out in the bags juiced. Another mound visit. Is that it for Sabrowski? Or are they just talking things over? Catcher, pitcher, and manager mound visit. Or is it the pitching coach? I don't know the Guardians, so. Yeah, again, if you're just here for baseball, the next baseball game, Schneemann, they don't. There's an N in there. They don't say Schnee. I know, but there's an N. It's spelled Schneemann. I mean, I don't know. Baseball Reference doesn't seem to have pronunciation guides. All right, here's the pitch. Taken, 4-seam, 96 to Wilson. 0-1 the count. Sabrowski staying in the game. Wilson, 333. He's pinch hitting. He's 1 for 3 this season. Lefty versus righty. Upstairs just missed on a curveball. 1-1 the count. One out, bases loaded, 1 in. 4-1 game, top of the 8th. Sabrowski to Wilson, swung on to left field, off the wall. Left fielder throws to the cutoff man to second. I thought they may have thrown him out. He gets a double. 2 runs are in, and the Orioles have crawled back within 1 run already. 4-3 is the score. Boy, I thought they had him at second. I mean, the runs still obviously counted. They hit the top, well, not the top, but near the high part of the left field wall. Good throw to the cutoff man. Yeah, I guess he just got in under the tag. Good hustle. Head first slide. Yeah, just barely. His arm had just started to bend and the tag was applied. 4-seam upstairs. Mayo, the hitter, takes ball 1. The Guardians get a grand slam, take a 4-0 lead, and immediately load the bases with nobody out thanks to a walk, a hit batter, and a walk. And now it's 4-3, and there's still 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out. Second and third, 2-0 count, infield in, pretty much on the grass. Fouled off a slider, third base line. Mayo, the hitter, 1 for 2 in the 8th spot for the Orioles. In the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fouled another slider off. Dugout, third base side. 2-2. Sobrowski trying to get the Guardians out of this. Gave up a 2-run double. He is set. Here's the pitch. Inside at the knees. Catcher dropped it, but nobody advanced. Full count, 1 out. First base open. Second and third. Orioles only down by 1 after briefly being down 4. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That 4-seam was high and outside. I don't know what he was chasing. Bad selection there. That should have been ball 4 easily. Boy, take the walk. That pitch wasn't even close. I guess he thought he was going to go opposite field. He wasn't going to catch up to it to pull it. And that'll be it for Sobrowski. But now there's 2 outs in the bottom. I'm sorry. Top of 8th. All right. Let's check. Well, that'll close the books on that closes the books on, let's see, Armstrong. All 3 runs earned, yeah. Despite, oh no, who had the error? No. Armstrong gave up 2 walks and a hit batter in between. All 3 of those scored on him. He didn't retire a hitter. Sobrowski's still on the hook for the double and I forgot what. Oh, a double and a walk. He struck out 1. So, yeah, they haven't said who's coming in yet. Oh, we just had lightning. We're going to have a huge thunder in a little bit. Brogdon is the pitcher for the Guardians now. Well, maybe it was far enough away. No, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. I'm like, there's got to be something coming. All right, Brogdon, a right-hander. Looks like this is his debut in the season. No. Why don't they have anything for him? It says 7 innings this season. 7 innings, 2-2 record, 6.43 ERAs. Yeah, 7 games, 7 innings. I like MLB had nothing on the. Yeah, that was very odd. I don't know. First pitch taken, ball 1. 4-seamer. Jeremiah Jackson. Here's the 1-0. Swung on deep to left, back at the track, gone. A 3-run bomb, and suddenly the O's take the 6-4 lead. Wow. Oh my goodness. You get a grand slam, you have a 4-0 lead, and you immediately blow it in the next half inning. 6-4 Baltimore. We've had a grand slam and a 3-run homer, and before that, a 2-run double. So a sac fly, 2-run double, and now a 3-run homer for the Orioles in the top of the 6th after a grand slam by the Guardians. Low changeup, 1-0 the count. Oh, he just turned on it and kind of golfed it. He has to get it high. That left field wall is high. I don't think this thing really shows you just how high that left field wall is. Oh boy, Cleveland is right. We had nothing through 6.5 innings, and now the score is 6-4, and we're still in the top of the 8th. Low again, 2-1 is the count. I think they were showing the replay. They might have missed a pitch. What a hit there. Top of the order, Henderson takes 3-1. Fastball missed outside. So that was a 3-run homer from Jackson, the 9th place hitter. He's hitting .317 now. Righty against lefty, swung on and missed. Full count with 2 outs and nobody on now. 4-run bottom of the 7th for the Guardians. 6-run top of the 7th. Popped it up. Short left field. Third baseman Ramirez out. Retires the side, but the damage is done. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 Orioles. And I need to fix a lot here. Let's see what we got. 6-6-1. 4-7-0. There we go. Six. Why are the hits messed up again? I didn't touch the hits on this thing. This box is like broken. 6-6-1, 4-7-0. Why is it broken? I never gave them 7 hits. All right. There we go. All right. Probably should check the rest of the action right now. Oh, we got a break. Terrible pitching. Yeah. Oh, that's their first homer this series. Wow. Yeah, not good. I mean, the first guy out of the bullpen, it was a walk, hit batter, and walk. That was half the runs that scored. They had a sac fly, then a 2-run double, then a 3-run homer, I think, with 2 outs, if I'm not mistaken. All right. In Philly, Braves 8, Phillies 0, bottom 8. In Pittsburgh, Pirates 3, Rays 1, top at 8. Giants 9, Nationals 5 in D.C., top 8th. In New York, Yankees 2, Royals 1, top of 7th. In Miami, Brewers 4, Marlins 3, top of 7. In Boston, no score, Tigers, Red Sox, bottom of the 7th. Through 3 in Minnesota, no score, Reds, Twins, Top of 3 in Houston. Cardinals 1, Astros 0. They have the bases loaded, full count, and 2 outs. Dodgers already got 1 as we head to the bottom of the first, or in bottom of the first batter for the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. All right, Naylor, Garcia, a right-hander against the lefty. Fouled off a four-seamer, 96, strike 1. Rico Garcia, 9 games, 1-0 record, no earned run average, 9 innings pitched, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts, hasn't given up a hit apparently yet because no opponent batting average. Low, holy cow, appeal that one. That was way low. That did not get the bottom of the box. I'm surprised Cleveland didn't show the replay. 8th place hitter, Naylor, 0 for 3. A liner to second and caught by Jackson. He's the one that hit the 3-run bomb to give him a 6-3 lead. Nice play in the bottom of the 8th. It was 4-3 and then a 3-run homer. Alexander in center, Taveras in right. Huff is the catcher now for the Orioles. They made some defensive changes. Here's the Brito, who's 0 for 3, the 9th place hitter. Swung on and missed on a low 4-seam fastball for strike 1. Brito strikeout his last at bat. Righty against a lefty. Garcia delivers. Swung on and missed, 97 right down the pipe. Quickly 0-2 to Brito. Man. All right, here is the 0-2, the pitch. Swung on and missed, fouled off a fastball, 0-2. Forget about the curveball, Ricky. Throw him the heater. A little major league for you, even though the Guardians are the ones hitting, not pitching. All right, 0-2 pitch. Chopper right back to the pitcher, Garcia. He throws to first in time for out number 2. Quickly 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the 8th for the Guardians. Trailing now 6-4 after briefly holding a 4-0 lead. Ow, my shoulder. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. I think it was low. Kwan, single walk and a run. 1-0 count. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Nobody on base. Outside on a curveball, 86. 2-0. Garcia's thrown 9 pitches. Here's the pitch. Caught the upper edge of the strike zone. 2-1 on a changeup. Righty pitcher, lefty batter. Here's the 2-1. Fouled off a 4-seam. 97. 2-2 the count. Excuse me. Alrighty. Here's the 2-2. Kwan, a chopper. Oh, bobbled by the pitcher. Picks it up, throws it wide. And that's, I think that's going to be an error. Good throw when he gets him. Tipped off his glove. It could be a fielding error if he fields it cleanly. Let's check. Ooh, they said hit? They have not ruled yet.
He was clearly off. I'm surprised they challenged that because unless it's that other foot, does the left foot come back on before Quan gets there? No, not even close. He might have had a toe on there.
I guess the O's have challenged it.
It certainly looks like he's clearly off. Yeah.
Did he tag him? No. I can't believe Baltimore challenged this. I agree with the Guardians broadcast. I don't know what they're going to call it, though, a hit or an error. Let's yeah. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what has happened to my chat on my tablet? Let me get out of this. Yeah, it's screwed up. All right, what happened to Peacock? Uh-oh. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Hopefully I'm not having internet issues. They called it a ground out. Oh no, I'm having internet issues, at least with Peacock. I'm going to get out and back in. All right, I guess that's it. We're through 8. They called him out at first. We head to the top of the 9th. 6-4 Orioles. All right, I don't know. I think it's just Peacock I'm having issues with. Why? Yeah, my tablet. I got to redo my tablet. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I'm still live. I think we just had a glitch. Looks okay on Twitch. I don't know what happened with Peacock. Maybe we'll try the Orioles feed just to change things up. All right, 1 second. Okay, I'm getting a commercial. We'll see. Holy crap. Hopefully everything's all right. So they won their appeal, okay? I thought he was safe. Okay. Looks like we're back. I think I switched to the what if the Guardians won. Well, they still have a chance. They've got 3 outs to work with in the bottom of the 6th. Or I'm sorry, bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th. Ward, Alonso, and Beavers due up for the O's. All right, we are back in time. I switched to the Baltimore feed because I just wanted to get whatever I had quickly. All right. Brogdon still on the mound. And first pitch. Oh my gosh, where are their... Okay, 0-1. Their score bug is so weird. Low, changeup 85, evens the count, 1-1. Taylor Ward. Oh, nice. They show the scorecard. 0 for 2, a walk and a run. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-1 the count. Yeah, I think just with the weather, maybe I had a brief Peacock outage. I'm not sure. Everything seems okay now. Fouled one back on a 95-mile-per-hour four-seam. Evens the count 2-2. All right, righty against righty. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a four-seam 95, strike 3. 1 out for the Orioles in the top of the 9th. The hitter is Pete Alonso, former New York Met. Brogdon fires low, cutter 91, almost in the dirt, 1-0. Righty against righty. Brogdon against Alonso, the 3-hitter for the O's. In the air to right, short of the track under it for out number 2 is the right fielder. 2 up, 2 down for the O's in the top of 9. For the NBA play-in game, not even close at halftime. Magic ahead 68-37 over the Hornets. Did not show up. I thought Charlotte was going to win, but pretty tough to come back. Yeah, that stinks. You'd like to have close games. I hope the NHL never does this play-in garbage, though. They really need to go to back to 1 through 8, though. Outside, 4-seam missed 1-0. I mean, the Flyers, the Penguins and the Flyers would be the 7 and 8 seed under the old system. Instead, they're playing each other. Low, ball 2. Beavers, the lefty, against the right-handed pitcher, Brogdon. Beavers 0 for 2. 2-0 count. 2 outs, nobody on. Fouled off a 4-seam 95. Evens the count 2-1. Brogdon goes behind the mound to get the rosin. Brogdon wearing 75 on his uniform. Righty against lefty. Grounder just past the diving attempt of the second baseman into right. At first to hit the single. That was Beavers, the designated. Was he the designated hitter or the? Sorry. All right. 2 outs, runner at first. Hitter is Huff, the catcher. Oh, that's right. I think he was a defensive replacement. This is probably his first at bat. Righty. Check swing fouled off a 4-seam. 0-1. Huff a 250 average on the season. 20th pitch for Brogdon. Why are they showing his AAA numbers? He's got a 250 average. I don't understand. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. A heater. All right, runner at first. 2 down. 2 strikes. Boy, their pitch clock is tiny. Fouled straight back. 0-2. Brogdon, the right-hander for the Guardians. They're down 6-4, top of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a 4-seam 94 up and it was in the zone. Strike 3. They left a runner at first. They picked up a hit, but we head to the bottom of the 9th in a 2-run game. Orioles 6, Guardians 4, heading again to the bottom of the 9th. Should be DeLauder, Ramirez, and Manzardo due up for the Guardians. Yeah, again, should have we'll definitely have a baseball game next Thursday morning, maybe late Thursday morning or early afternoon. We're going to be doing hockey playoffs primetime, though, for the foreseeable future. Eventually, WNBA as well. But, yeah, triple header Saturday, Sunday, double headers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I might just do 1 game. We'll see how my voice is doing, too. And, gosh darn this tablet. Android tablet just cannot handle YouTube ads for some reason. I have no idea why. Yeah, Wednesday we'll see because, like I said, my son has a game. We'll see. Who knows with the weather, though. Thursday, Friday, I think we'll definitely have doubleheaders. Saturday, Sunday, we'll see what I'm going to be able to do. All right. On the bump. Who is this? It's still... No, we got a new pitcher, I think. Helsley. 8 innings or 8 games, 5 for 5 on saves, 2.45 ERA, 7.1 innings pitched or 7 1/3, 11 strikeouts, 1.50 walks and hits per innings pitched. WHIP. Ryan Helsley, Hells Bells is his nickname. All right, DeLauder is up. Last chance for the Guardians here in Cleveland. Leadoff hitter, righty pitcher make that versus the lefty hitter. Excuse me. First pitch, upstairs, missed on a 4-seam, 99. 1-0 the count. DeLauder is 1 for 3, the right fielder for the Guardians. Swung on into the outfield, right center. Caught by the center fielder for out number 1. 1 up, 1 away. Ramirez, the hitter, the third baseman. 3 walks, a run, and a stolen base. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, he had an intentional walk last at bat. All right. Righty pitcher, lefty hitter. Here's the pitch. Bounces one short of the plate. Ball 1. Slider got away from him. 89. Helsley on the mound in the save situation. 2-run game. Here's the 1-0. Outside, not even close. Quickly 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Taken right down the middle, a slider, 85. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. That was low. A splitter, 91. Evens the count, 2-2. Manzardo on deck for the Guardians. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Full count, right? Yeah. Wow. Orioles were slow to put that ball on the board. 3-2 count. 1 out. Nobody on. Helsley is set. Helsley bounced it. That may have hit the grass. It was so short. I don't even think it made the dirt. Walked him. And the tying run comes to the plate for the Guardians in the bottom of the 9th. Manzardo, the hitter, the DH, 1 for 4 today. A single, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout. He had a single in the first. Tying run at the plate. Low, 99, 4-seam, ball 1. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a pitcher hit the grass and not the dirt. That's a first. Right down the middle, 88-mile-per-hour slider taken, strike 1. 1-1 the count. 1 out, runner at first. Tying run at the plate for the Guardians. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Splitter, 89, strike 2. Helsley, 11 pitches. On for his sixth save attempt. I don't know. I'm not sure who's going to win. Still could go either way. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A nasty splitter. Probably would have caught the low outside corner if he had not swung. That is 2 outs. Still the tying run at the plate. That brings up Valera, a pinch hitter. Wow. Valera, George Valera, 4 for 10 on the year, 2 RBI. Lefty against the righty pitcher, Helsley. Runner at first, 2 outs. Foul, back a slider, 87. Quickly, 0-1. Now they still have the tying run at the plate. So, I mean, they still could rally here. It's getting less likely after that strikeout there. 2 outs, 0-1 pitch. Upstairs and outside, not even close. 1-1. It looked like a pitch out. Which you know they don't care about that runner at first. It is pouring outside now. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs, bouncer to second, over to first, in time to retire the side. And we have ended the ball game. The Orioles win 6-4, 6-7-1, 4-7-0. Garcia the win, he's 2-0. Sabrowski the loss, 0-1. And Helsley the save, his 6th. So we went 3 hours and 10 minutes, not horrendous. And let's end the poll. 53 votes. 26% of you had it correct. Baltimore 6, Cleveland 4. That is your final. Please like and subscribe before you head on out. Follow on Twitch if you have it. Liking and doing one or both between liking and subscribing will help with getting the channel to be recommended to other viewers. This will help me grow the channel, and I thank you all for your support. Did I get the right? Yeah, I did. And holy cow, it's coming down hard. All right, we will be back with NHL playoff hockey. Did I get the right board? 6. Why did it take the error away? No, it's not 2. It's 1. There we go. Holy driving rain outside. Jeez Louise. All right, so 6-7-1 for the Baltimore Orioles. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Guardians. They had a grand slam in the bottom of the 7th by Sheeman, the shortstop. And then Baltimore got the bases loaded. They had a walk, a hit batter, and a walk, followed by a sac fly, a 2-run double, and then a 3-run homer with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, or top of the 8th. They got 6. So 2 innings had runs. That's it. 10 runs combined. Series tied 1-1. Yes, Cleveland won game 1 yesterday. Oh, okay, yeah. Day 2. Yeah, I knew it was a 2-run game the other day. I just couldn't remember. Yeah, 10-10 in the series. You're right. 4-2. Yeah, 2-run game. All right. I think I'm going to sign out. Probably can't hear me over this rain anymore. Again, please like the video at least. Subscribe if you don't mind, as a favor. Follow on Twitch, Sinbin Stream. All right, so yeah, we went through the winning pitchers. The 3-run homer was by, who hit that? Oh, Jackson, the second baseman. So a grand slam by Sheeman. 4 RBI for the Guardians, 3 RBIs for Jackson. The 2-run double, I think, was Wilson, and the sac fly, Rodriguez. Good outings by both starting pitchers. 5 innings for Bassett and Bibby, 6 innings. Bullpens let up all the runs. 3 unearned runs, though, for Wolfram instead of Wolfram, as I would like to say. All right, we will have, let me just take a quick look at the schedule. All right, nothing Monday, nothing on ESPN. I'll have to check Peacock, but Tuesday, Wednesday, if my son has a game, I probably can't do Baltimore KC. If for some reason it's canceled, maybe I could. Baltimore, Kansas City, but we'll for sure do Thursday. We'll do Brewers and Tigers, 12:10 Central. So gonna have at least that. Looks like, yeah, nothing Friday because I don't get Cub games even if they're home Friday afternoon because local blackouts for them and the White Sox. That's going to do it. Hope to see you for hockey. We'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, take care. Be well. Have a great Friday night. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you for the NHL playoffs. Until then, take care. Sinbin Stream signing out, saying good night and bye-bye.